Welcome back to the third part of the narrative of Bethany Veney, an enslaved woman. I'll give a clearer idea of what kind of a man Kiblo was, her enslaver, and the way I grew to manage with him. If I tell here a circumstance that happened after I had grown much older than her 9 years and stronger, I had been in the field a good ways from the house, helping him to haul logs. Our work was done, and he had mounted the team to go home, and the bars were let down for him to pass out, when a drove of hogs ran into it to get the clover that was growing in a part of the field. He called to me to drive out the hogs. I clapped my hands together and shouted, "Shoo, shoo!" This frightened the horses, and Kibla was unable to control them. And rushing through the gateway, the team hit the side post, tearing it up from its place. Of course, all this made him very angry, and of course I was to blame for it. As soon as he could hold the horses, he turned and shouted to me to drive out the hogs, set the post into the ground, and get back to the house by the time he did, or he would whip me so I would remember it. A big boy who had been hauling the logs with us now helped me to drive out the hogs and plant the post. We hurried with all our might and then tried to run home. But by the time we got out of the woods, we saw Master so far ahead of us, I knew it was no use to try. And I said I would risk the whipping and not run any longer. So after working so hard, still have to run home to not be whipped. So when we came up to the house, Master was sitting in his chair by the window, and as I passed into the room near him, he handed me his jackknife and said, "Now, girl, go cut me a good hickory, a good one, mind you, for if I have to cut it myself, I'll get a hard one, you may be sure." Yep, some of you know this kind of talk. You've had parents who told you to go out there and pick a switch so that they can beat you with it. And this is where they got that idea from. And I don't know about you, but I would not like to treat my child in any way that the master treated the enslaved. I took the knife, passed through the kitchen to the back door, just beside which was a little shelf where the pails of water just filled from the spring were standing. I laid the knife on the shelf and passed out the door and ran for the woods and the mountain. And she stayed gone for 30